the procedure that Attorney General currently is using is going to be very difficult.
Bosse Amanuhunu part 1 and 2. Wara Kofaba, Trohwe.
We'll launch an operation recover all the loot to investigate, prosecute, and recover the proceeds of corruption. No person found culpable will be spared.
In penny forecast, me say, Sedenchem Efinsuase, Ebekacha was said, Dodora, Chiabewe so amame. So when it comes to this oral conversation, yeah, Bebrene Chrewa or my disappointed. A former Auditor General. Eban oral committee now, or your member, as I'm talking to you. Or no, ye Iyoko, board chairman, Daniel Domelevo, Wakasa, on oral. Na, and some of the other jano, Sawoya Ganani, na the fight against corruption, was support here. Masrawa, Sawobeshe video way, Ekosi. Now, trust me, we should have Attorney General, Dominic Ayeni. Masrawa, so be share video we. Now be share wadwen amam your comment section. Once subscribe here, kindly feel free. Now subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Bibia Trends GH. Mame to me bo na this particular story no. Yemimbo room. Eba no 2024 election campaigner NPP any NDC. Omo run ye wo Ghana ha. Eyade a NPP omo share bo bebre. Saso ene NDC sesia no omo aba bemu in the name of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no eyade a ono so share bo bebre na ne bosha ba ko a Ghana fo egitu mu a enu nti no omo to abama no Operation Recover All Loot aka Oral na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama esema mo kan ye ne se abanda da no emu appointees omo abo oman Ghana kro no enu nti no se Ghana for the tumi mo a sam crofo katatisha na ade ahyesu ni na ebusua omo beje sa sika no ama oman Ghana na impo no embra achi omo aso ewo ho ampani ampa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wa ba ba mu ai wo hwemu a 7th January 2025 and omo so in elsa me no kese ende 8 October 2025 so clearly His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omo so in as president no 9th month pepepe na owo mu no na ino na manfo ahwe ni mu ase sika mo kasa manfo awia enu nti mo be che mo atum na ade no 9 months ni ayese se mo de Ghana for edi agrosa na ebusua this conversation we no waka bebre na so ka na enu na KSM ni show amanfo brene chem say debi KSM the way wo ebe the fight against corruption na ede wakoma so no nipa ba ko a wo interview na ebe boa oman Ghana ye pa former Auditor General osanso ye oral committee no oye member as I'm talking to you no ono na oye board chairman Emma Iyoko. I'm talking about Mr. Daniel Domelevo. Ono na ebuso betumi edi za conversation mu yi ampani ampa KSM one Daniel Domelevo atwetwe nkomo na wotie ne samana okano into details pa verbatim and sama oka ono akasa ponche ya 2/3 majority a NDC ewo parliament no penesam na oka no omudidi agro and current Attorney General Dominic Akuritinga Ayeni he is joking.
They are not feeling the recovery and that's why they wanted you here, so I'm glad you're here. Please, Ghanaians are watching you that Masa Domlo Pacho ye feel recovery no.
Yes, you feel it. You see, the truth of the matter is that the process is a very slow and very tedious one. A lot of work is going on at the various institutions from the Attorney General, Iyoko, OSP, the police, etc. They are all involved in this. Will you ask, are you satisfied? I'll say no. I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied, not because I expect that people will have been jailed by now or the monies will have been recovered by now, because I know it's a gradual process. It takes a long time. But there are some basics that must be in place to give us the assurance that we are going to win this war. Those basics, I'm not seeing them. What are those basics? One, the legal framework. It has remained largely the same. And you see, if you are going to fight corruption, and you must prove beyond reasonable doubt that the person stole money. Corruption is not done in the opening. It's not like murder, stealing, etc. That there are a lot of aggrieved persons and evidence for you to establish. Corruption is also not done by people who are as daft as me. It's very intellectual people who understand the process, who know how to use it without leaving even audit trail, who normally get themselves involved in these corrupt practices. So one will have expected that one of the quickest or the earliest legislation which will have come into place is what we call the reversed burden. Once we can establish that this vehicle or this house belongs to Daniel, and Daniel, you are a public office holder, your salary per month is 50,000. Let's assume that you save half of that every month, 25,000. It can't buy this vehicle, not to talk about the house. So now the onus now move to you to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you didn't steal public funds. That is what we are not feeling. That legal framework, which even the Constitution implies under Article 286. If you read Clause 4 of Article 286, which is Assets and Liabilities Declaration, it says that between your first declaration or your previous declaration and the subsequent one, if the growth in your assets or properties the growth is not commensurate with your sources of income, then we can assume that you earn that income or that asset illegally. So we expect, or I expect by now, that the Attorney General, as a matter of urgency, will have gone to the Parliament to pass a law to say, look, we can't put the proof of guilt in corruption at the same level as all other crimes like theft, murder, etc. Where at times you can see the dead body is there. We all saw you cutting him or etc. So we can prove it. But this one is white collar crime. It is difficult. So once it can be established that you have assets which cannot be explained, what we call unexplained wealth, then it means you are guilty of something. That is one. Two, the law should make it unattractive for people to engage in corruption. If you follow the news about 2 weeks ago, not up to even 2 weeks, I think, ago, the former Minister of Agric of China was found guilty of collecting bribe and awarding contracts, etc., to the tune of about $38 million. What did they do? The most impressive thing about it is that the trial was within 3 months or so. In Ghana, this will have remained in court for God knows how long. At times, some of the cases, until Jesus comes, they are never going to finish. Within 3 months or 4, they had finished the trial. That is one of the things I thought the Attorney General should do. Put a time limit to the court.
That's what Ghanaians are worried about. Because they're asking, so by the end of 4 years, how many cases could have been recovered
That is
at this
exactly
rate?
my worry also. In fact, that's why I said, if you ask me, am I satisfied? I said, no, I'm not satisfied. Because I can't see the end of the tunnel, not to talk about the light at the end of the tunnel. I can't even see it. I don't even see the end of the tunnel before the light, because I know this may continue until there's a change. In fact, the prayer of the corporates and their lawyers is that there should be a change in government. Then you hear nolli prosequa and etc. and our money is gone. Okay? So I expect that this should be in place by now, so that the court will be told that, look, corruption cases, 6 months maximum, you must finish it.
Thank you.
Let me be honest with you. I would have expected that, again, the Attorney General will have gone to the Parliament with a bill which will have also addressed the capacity of the courts by now. He mentioned it, but I thought 9 months is a long time. He says he's going to submit this to, I think, cabinet, then to Parliament to activate the tribunals and etc. I said 9 months. Sorry for crying aloud, but 9 months gone. We knew this problem when you were in opposition.
Yeah.
So immediately you hit the
Yeah.
road, you must start running. So by now we should have those tribunals and special courts activated. And then you talk to the Chief Justice. If there is one institution which should work 24/7, is the judiciary. We need justice. They claim justice delayed is justice denied. So why can't we go and listen to the judge after 6 o'clock? Why can't we go to court at maybe 1 a.m. and the trial goes on? Now, if you go to court, at times the lawyer speaks for 5 minutes, then they adjourn the case for the next 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is. But if we increase the capacity of the court, that is, allow Chief Justice to recruit more judges, even including part-time judges, because there are so many lawyers. Some of them can be part-time judges, okay? So that we can hear these cases with speed. I expect the law now to take so many of the discretions away, where the judge will just slap you on the back and say you go and sin no more. No. Once we have embezzled or stolen public funds, we should not be talking about recovering 100%. I don't know, I heard 60%. I don't know whether the Attorney General meant collecting the 100% plus 60 or only 60%.
60 and they're happy.
If it is only 60, then my brother, what it means is that you and I can come together, go and steal about 100 billion. When they catch us, we give them 60 billion and we keep 40 billion. We'll be quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that what we should do at the minimum, and anybody who is an auditor or investigator like me knows that whatever we discover is just a small fraction of the whole thing. Your investigation can never reveal everything. Therefore, the minimum you should get is the total you are able to identify plus something. The minimum should be above what you have discovered, but not below what we have discovered. So if Attorney General actually exercise discretion to put that 60%, then my dear brother is no, I disagree with him. It should not be the case. So if these things were to be in place, then the final thing that I was expecting, the criminal process again is a very slow one. And I suggested, even it is in our report, the oral report, that most of the cases require auditing because they relate to procurement and etc. They should pack all of them and give them to the Auditor General. And under Clause 8, Article 187, it says the President in the national interest can ask the Auditor General to conduct audit. So they can activate that clause of the Constitution and ask the Auditor General, do this audit. Do you know the advantage there? The Auditor General under Clause 7 of the 187 has the mandate to disallow the expenditures and surcharge. So he said, look, Mr. KSM, you didn't follow the procurement rules. You didn't do the right thing. So I've disallowed, I've surcharged. It becomes a judgment debt, more or less. So Attorney General, all that he needs to do to file a civil proceedings at the court to collect the money. That would have been faster for us. We will not be talking about 1 year. We will not be talking about even 6 months. But the procedure that Attorney General currently is using is going to be very difficult because the law is going, the criminal process is going to take a long time. And even when we win the case, that is, the judge rules in the state's favor that Daniel stole the money. Collecting the money also is another case. I hope you heard of the Wyoming's case. Did you hear the end of it? Do you know whether it has been fully recovered or not? So there's a Supreme Court saying that pay so much to the state. And say, okay, I'll pay. But I have only this for you. Then they'll say, we will sell this. They say, okay, I have this for you. And so I think there's a quicker route. These are desperate times. And desperate situations need desperate solutions. Yeah. We must not act as usual. Yeah. If we follow the laid down procedure or protocol, we may not get any results at all. We may even find it difficult to get 1% of the looted money. Not to talk about 10% of the looted money. 1% may be very difficult. Because, the longer the process takes, the more the chance and opportunity to maneuver and put water under the bridge and do a whole lot of things. We can't be operating in the same way and be expecting different results. 9 months. 9 months is not small, my brother. Before we realize, we have finished the quarter of the term of President Mahama. So I think we have to change the speed at which we are moving and let people gain the confidence that things are moving and moving very fast. It begs one question. Doesn't mean they didn't prepare before coming to office or they were not ready for winning the election. If they were ready for election, I thought they should have planned all these things. So once they come to office, it will be like
hit the ground running. Everything is in place.
Exactly. If there's any frustration of mine, That is what I have. The speed at which things are being done is as if everything is normal.
It's quite interesting that everybody wanted me to get Domelevo so that you can explain to us, perhaps maybe curtail our worry that this is being done. But you are here and you're actually feeling the same thing that they are feeling. That the things are kind of slow.
We are on the same boat, man. We are on the same boat. I feel exactly what they feel. In fact, I don't know if my feeling is even more than theirs. Because when I look at the quantum of money that we should recover and the speed, the snail speed at which we are moving, I'm like, when are we going to get there? We may not get there. So I am pleading with the Minister of Finance, I'm pleading with the President, I'm pleading with the Attorney General. They should change the modus operandi. We should change it. We can't be business as usual. Let's move. Let's get to the judiciary and tell them that we need more courts. Sorry, why do we have a room which is used only 8 hours in 24 hours a day?
That's a good question.
So when you have finished your term, after 8 hours, go. He comes in, another 8 hours, then I come in 8 hours. It means we have increased the capacity of the judiciary 3 times.
So, folks, basically, the 24-hour economy should start with the judiciary.
Exactly.
The judiciary should be operating 24 hours around the clock. Trying these cases, let's move it.
Yeah. Except that they are not serious telling us that justice delayed, justice denied. They have been telling us that if they really mean it, then I think they should think outside the box. They would say that, where are we going to get the personnel? There are several lawyers in Ghana. Some don't even get cases to handle. They should recruit them either full-time or part-time and put them into the courtrooms. Even lay people are at times engaged as magistrates, is that not it? So we can do that to address the issue.
And then the court should run 24 hours. That's the part. You know, you can't.
And not only 24 hours, but with time limit. That within 3 months or 6 months, you must finish the case. In fact, we should legislate that to stop this issue of appeal. Wait, when we finish the verdict, you can appeal all the things that you think were not right. But they use appeals to delay the process. Because you say is, you say no, it should not be is, it should be was. You say no, it is is. Then okay, let's appeal. Then we go to court and say this grammar, can you correct it for us? Court of Appeal say no, we think it is. He say no, it's not good. We are going to Supreme Court. So at times you see.
So that can stall the whole procedure.
Of course, for several months. I think those who are in leadership, especially the president and the minister, they should understand us. That they are there to serve us. They are not there to serve themselves. And this is what we, the people, we think. Is that it is like business as usual. And if it is business as usual, then we are never going to get there. We must have to change and make significant change. Said that there will be lifestyle audit, a reversal of burden, internal auditing, external audit, etc. They all come in. And then we can all be happy that, oh, we are getting somewhere.
These are not my words. We are former Auditor General, Sesiano, Oye Iyoko, Board Chairman, Eban Oral Committee no swa, Oye member. And wait here some more Kayano. Or Jama, Washa Metesa, current Attorney General Dominic Ayeni. O use na, sir, or mobile recover loot nadia. Process nadia on the assassin, Ahonke Kano, Ewo Fom. 9 months is enough to get prosecution done. Na ipo no matters na dia o use no. Wo hwe mu a e wo se embrani bi ohwo mu a eye a cake. Embrani bi ohwo mu a emboa. Enu nti no e wo se ode sa embra no ekọ parliament. Na that 2/3 majority omo parliament no, omo ye embrani mu nsakaye. E wo se Attorney General omo de se embra mu se nipa osimesi wo ya ye di na asam no. Judge awot na asam no so. Anopa ewia enumre ahomachi o sa nipa no yebedi nasem ade a kye so a sa nipa no yedi nasem ipo no se susu se obi abo oman Ghana kro no a sa nipa no 2 months ene yedi nasem 2 months no e wasa asam no omudi wie na sa nipa no se ne ho so a embre jai no se wafom so a embra ejeli no but wo hwe eye current Attorney General the way o handle corruption cases e wo Ghana ha na ono Mr. Daniel Domelevo oye oral committee member no oye disappointed. Dominic Ayene corruption fight no o move it to say tortoise and I say Sanya snail e move no very slow. Ipo current Chief Justice say we say court no or setting up a special tribunal scra. None of the omotna and some so 24 hours scra na. I was say Attorney General or the Sa Embrano Eco Parliament. Not that 2/3 majority or more parliament no or utilizing here because some of the cases in your home or Marco court to Momedia Samnacha. Tesani okay, 5 minutes. Na jaja odi asam we tu sa asam na akose ebia December. Na sa December no masen akọ o ma akwatena asam no so 5 minutes. Na wasen etu asam na akose June. It is say we behwe no within 1.5 year no. Na judge no watena asam no so twice. Na twice no for the say 3 months no omudi no ende e kene o masen akọ asam no so adia. Na ka wo hwe mu within 2 months no e so mo bedi asam na wie and what ya ne obo so pa na say embra omu use say corruption fight no proving ade no ente say obi ekodi ewu a no sa nipa no o prove enu te ba no corruption de no a wo ka say o we ekodi eskadi a on prove na e wo say ne e course wo China recently ya former agric minister omu ejeli no anasa omu sentence no to death na because omu kiremu a wentumi explain eye wealth a we make no enu ti no obokro no ena odi enya sa sika no enu ti no omu sentence no life imprisonment sai bebepe no kiremu a Attorney General on sechere embranemu na sa na ebe ya prosecution ebe koso wawa but say pa na ebe kode a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 4 years na ebe so no na akokọ ntakra ni ho ma wabokro no a sa nipa no majele no e wo Ghana ha na ebe no the fight against corruption ya eno na Hopeson Adorye no so yo chem say one Mr. Daniel Domelevo so a omusu e ya adokrement.
Mr. President, ya besro what the cash Ghana for bo say we be make sure say me ma betoto ade ba ko a Ghana for edidwa Akufo-Addo anka first time no kra no nko mo ya pam no eni say woka say na corruption koso obo be prosecute a wo failure eti ni second time ko wie no say oh sir waka sa asemu nyina che say wantimi anya ho hwe wo say President Mahama e corrupt ya ba be prosecute no wantimi man prosecute no na che say atro na odi kire ye wo hu say de wo mo pamo no eyeye me masa de no bi ento eti ma wano asem no anya aduma prosecute them.
Yeah, sure.
Prosecute them.
Yeah, sure.
Mama obi nkwatena se na asofo no ba bo mudi wa bonten. Ehimfo no ba fo mudi to abonten. Montimi a mo frɛ ye de beto abonten. So mu jani wo mo ye no. Ye nyina ye se pese build this country. So amanfo wie sika anda yesu wo ho. Ye chi nipa no so a mo se ye nti ase ade na mo chichi wo mo ne ye kaka ho. Ye be ye dan they are building this country. So ye besre. Ora investigations o mo aye ene adwuma mo aye nyina. Ye make sure say court na ye ko no. Ye bibia ye solid. Ye bibia ye solid. Eti ye besre.
Are you impressed with Attorney General the way I all handle oral and sensam and I say the fight against corruption na ekoye ma and I say na ekeke kone de reshuffle and canon by December. Share what you my comment section or the share video we ma for so senkebi. Macron. Adia ba kwa won't me fan to chacha asase. Na eba no asase ho sam so de a company ba kwa me recommend ya ma Land King Company Limited. Eba no asase ho sam de ebusuan omo ye legit. No man so twi bia enya de a land guard issues bia no ewo ho enupo no Land King Company Limited ebusuan enya asase pe e no moton afi so no eba na cadastral site plan any afi building plan almost also facilitate title certificate any afi building permit ho SNSM enuti Land King Company Limited omo en America recommend ya ma eba no asase ho sam so pa de atesa na meka ye na ebusuan mini wo kesei asase bebre na no ewo ho ne de omoton na yade a ne bo no so de ewofom omo asase ne bi opoku ase afie man eno 70 feet by 100 feet. Almost so 70 feet by 50 feet. Saso ne busha ukopie mu amasaman ene asalaja. Almost so asase atele mu atele chese no de so wide bag tre 70 by 100 feet ho mu. Saso no almost so 50 by 100 feet enso ho. Eniti masrawa sa obefre Land King Company Limited then de oni omo atwetwe komo asase no de bebre ho eno de mansotwe bia eni omo office poku ase he ya eniti masrawa sa obefre omo na wone omo enhwehwe enkomo eba no nsuo ene electricity ho sensam so dia woni problem Freeland King Company Limited no mo mpe asase a eho ni asembia ema wo